Welcome to the Security Brief. Each episode, we dive into the latest security articles and trends, breaking down complex topics into the clear, actionable advice you need to stay protected. Today, we're tackling something absolutely critical: UK intruder alarm standards. And trust me, getting this wrong could cost you thousands. So, let's dive in.
Okay, let's just jump right in with a really important question. I want you to think about this for a second. Is your intruder alarm system actually insurance approved? Because that answer, well, it's more than just a technicality. It could literally be the difference between getting a full payout after a break-in or having your claim flat out rejected, leaving you to foot the entire bill.
And that brings us to the compliance challenge. You see, this isn't just about stopping burglars. It's about adhering to official standards that give you real financial protection and, just as important, peace of mind.
At the very heart of all this is one key standard you've got to know: PSTN 5131. Think of it as the official rulebook for intruder alarms across Europe. It's the benchmark for quality, making sure every single component is designed to be effective and reliable.
So why should you care? Well, for starters, it guarantees your system actually works when you need it most, and it cuts down on those infuriating false alarms. But here's the kicker: it's often a requirement for getting police response and for keeping your insurance policy valid. In the UK, we put this European standard into practice through a document called PD 6662.
So, how do you make sure you're compliant? It's simple, really. You have to work with certified professionals. You're looking for installers accredited by bodies like NSAI or SSAIB. And these aren't just fancy logos they stick on their van. They are your absolute guarantee that the installer is trained, vetted, and works to the correct standards.
Okay, let's get into the nitty-gritty. This standard isn't a one-size-fits-all deal. It's broken down into 4 different alarm grades, and understanding them is absolutely key to getting the right level of protection.
It's all about matching the grade to the risk. Grade 1 is your basic level for low-risk properties, protecting against an opportunist with some simple tools. Grade 2 is the most common for homes and small businesses. It assumes the intruder has a bit of knowledge about alarms. Then we step it up to Grade 3. Now we're talking about protecting high-risk commercial sites against sophisticated attackers with specialist gear. And Grade 4? That's the top tier, for places like banks, designed to stop a highly professional planned attack.
Now, listen up, because this is so important. An alarm system is only as strong as its weakest link. I mean that literally. If you have a system with 10 Grade 3 parts but just 1 Grade 2 sensor, guess what? Your whole system is officially rated as Grade 2. Mixing grades can completely compromise your security and your compliance.
Which brings us right back where we started, the bottom line. Let's connect these grades and standards directly to your insurance policy and what you need to do to keep your system working perfectly.
And here's where it really hits your wallet. Insurers depend on these standards. It's often written right there in the fine print of your policy. Your alarm must meet PSTN 50131. If it doesn't, and you suffer a break-in, they could just turn around and deny your claim. It's that black and white.
But it's not all doom and gloom. Getting this right can actually save you money. Insurers often give discounts for professionally installed and maintained systems. We're talking a potential 5% off your premium just for having a compliant system. And that could jump to as much as 20% if it's professionally monitored. That's real cash back in your pocket.
And just remember, compliance isn't a set it and forget it kind of thing. To keep your system certified and your insurance valid, you need regular professional maintenance. There's even another standard for that, BS 9263, that makes sure your system stays fully operational.
Now, if all that wasn't enough to make you check your system, there's a huge deadline approaching that adds a massive sense of urgency to this whole conversation.
We're talking about the 2025 Digital Switchover. For decades, a lot of alarms have used the old analog phone network, the PSTN, to send alerts. Well, that entire network is being permanently switched off. The process has been happening for years, and by 2025, it will be gone for good.
So what's that mean for you? Well, if your alarm relies on one of those old phone lines, it's just going to stop working after the switch. It'll leave your property completely unprotected. Modern systems use cellular signals and the internet. They're not only future-proofed, but they're way more reliable. They can't be defeated by simply cutting a phone line. And the scale of this problem is absolutely massive. It's estimated that over 1 million properties in the UK are still relying on these outdated alarms. That is a huge number of homes and businesses that will become vulnerable if they don't upgrade soon.
Okay, I know that's a lot to take in. So, with all this in mind, let's talk about the clear, actionable steps you can take to make sure your property is protected, compliant, and ready for the future.
Here's your action plan. It's 3 simple steps. First, get a professional risk assessment to figure out the correct alarm grade for your needs. Second, always, and I mean always, choose an NSI or SSIB certified installer. It's your only guarantee of a compliant job. And third, make sure any system you get is future-proof and uses modern digital communication, not that old obsolete phone network. So, we'll leave you with this final, crucial question. Is your security system ready for 2025? Because this isn't just a technicality. It's your financial safety net, and the clock is ticking. Thank you for watching this episode of the Security Brief. If you found this episode helpful, please like and subscribe so you don't miss our next one. And if you have a moment, leave a comment below. It really helps other business owners find the show. We'll see you on the next episode.